What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How are y'all doing out there in fish tank land? It's almost 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you guys are doing all right. I'm a little tired. I'm a little exhausted. I'll be completely honest, and just frustrated after an already frustrating day to come home to sick fish or to a sick fish. I don't know how my audio is. It just seems so loud to me. Maybe because it's just so quiet in here. I don't know. Let me check out the chat. There's a lot of people in here early. That's why I went ahead and started about 2 minutes early. Why not? We have King and Queen Cichlid. He was up here. Chewy was up here first, but Scott came in here. I had technical difficulties, which is another. It's just like icing and sprinkles and everything on top of everything tonight for me. So originally I was going to do it 9, and then I just switched to 10 now. And normally I would do what I've been trying to do on Fridays is do 7. So anyways, all right, I'm kind of like lost for words today. I'm sorry, but I wanted to go ahead and go live because I thought maybe you guys could help me out. Somebody might have some advice here. It's real simple stuff what's going on with this fish. I really don't want to get into it, but I'm going to show him in a little bit here. But he's basically just swimming. Well, he can't really swim very well at all. But the big thing that's weird is that his mouth is open. This is an Apistogramma rubelliniatus. Let's get that over with. Apistogramma rubelliniatus. It's a dwarf cichlid. We brought it back from Peru. So I've had him for about a year, and everybody else is fine. That he didn't kill because he's the tank boss. So he's very colorful. He's showing all his colors. He's owning it. All the other males are like, they're pale compared to him right now. And even though he's acting funny and definitely not okay, his colors are like top notch. It's like he's showing off for a female right now. I mean, he's totally, all his colors are there. But he's keeping his gill plates open and his mouth open a little bit. He's not like doing regular breathing kind of things and closing his mouth and letting his gill plates kind of go up and down like a fish normally would. It looks like, I've even taken him out of the tank. I've looked down his throat with a flashlight and an actual sterile, literally it's a sterile plastic disposable thing or whatever that I have, lab equipment. I put it down in his, opened his mouth a little bit, and I looked down there with a flash. There's not like, a caridine, a neocaridina shrimp, some cherry shrimp, and it's lodged in his throat or anything. It's nothing like that. But that's what it looks like to me. It looks like he's got like a rock or something blocking his esophagus or something, and he wants to keep his gill plates open and keep his mouth open. It's not like he's doing any kind of movements. He's just kind of real still and then kind of floating around. I put it on Instagram. That's the only footage of it I have right now. Obviously, just like more sprinkles on top of my wonderful evening. I can't find him right now. So I've got him here. Like, we can go ahead and go over there and check it out for a second. But I mean, I got the tank here, but he's definitely, I haven't seen him. I looked all over the place for him just before I started to stream. I think there's 3 coconuts in there, so I think he's in one of the 3 coconuts. I'm frozen on the chat. Sorry, you guys. Oh, that's fun. I'm frozen on the chat. But I appreciate that. Fish Tank Barn, Mike, thank you for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, things are getting crazy right now because I'm working on. You guys, let me know if you see if you see him. I'm keeping my eyes. We're just gonna keep our eyes peeled and see if he shows up, if he pops out, maybe. But anyways, the audio is low. See, it sounds so loud for me. All right, I appreciate that, Mr. B. That's what I need. I need someone to give me a little chats on the other side and let me know it's up. I could definitely raise it up, but it just seems so loud for me. I am kind of talking a little quieter though because I'm kind of I'm over this day. I'm streaming and I'm done. I'll feed a couple more fish tanks and I'm done. But Mr. B gave me a little message there. The audio is low, so that should be louder. That should be much better for you guys. And I'm just gonna have to wake up and get out of my mood and realize that I'm gonna have to listen to myself really loud in my ear if I want to have an if I want to have some kind of in-ear deal going on. Shelby Ray, I can't hear you as I just turned it up, and Mr. B says it's better. How about this? That should help. That should help. And I'm just going to go ahead and take my in-ear monitor out of there so I don't have to hear that, because that's really loud in my ear. But I bet you this is much better now. Oh, this is a fun night. But I appreciate that you guys are all hanging out with me right now for this. Aquamate, what's up? Pamela, Mark, Shelby Ray, all of you, Mr. B. I appreciate you giving me a heads up on the audio. It's not much better. No, don't say that. There's something gotta be wrong with the audio. Check 1, 2. Yeah, I'm on the right thing. I can turn it up even more. Oh, there we go. Is that gonna help? That's even better, maybe? Oh boy. Let's get this up on the charts. I can kick this up a lot, but if that's what you guys need me to do, there we go. You can go louder. I can go even louder. Here, let's go. Let's see if we can break something. How about that? It sounds good now. Thank you, Pam. This is a new name. I don't know the last name there. I've never seen you before, but welcome to my stream. I appreciate you hanging out. Jess Shrimp Granny. I can't talk tonight. Thank you for popping in the stream. So the audio is good now. All right, I've never had my levels this high. That's why I know there's something wrong somewhere. Like, I literally just kicked everything up on the board. My computer's been acting funny. When I went into Streamlabs OBS today, like 4 times right before this, just like at 9 o'clock, and I was trying to run Streamlabs, and it was crashing. It was literally crashing my whole computer, and I don't know what it was, because the last thing I did with it was I streamed live on Facebook. If you guys are friends with me on Facebook, I went live over there because we had a hurricane pop through here, or Dorian came through here, did this crazy little loop-de-loop thing, passed through here, shut up, and now it's going after Florida, unfortunately. But yeah, we had some problems here. We lost some power. I'm lucky my neighbor has a Tesla Powerwall. So I can plug into that in an emergency if I need to, and I can run my computer. I got my internet still runs as well when I do that, and I can literally live stream when there's a whole island blackout, as long as the internet's still running, because for the most part all of the antennas within the network that I'm on is all battery powered. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool little setup. So anyway, so I was live streaming like a weatherman with all these different little things. If you check out it's buried in my Facebook page somewhere by now, but it was really cool. I had like 11,000 people watch that, 12,000 people watch it or something. A lot of them were local to the Caribbean, just trying to keep up because the power went out and all they had was a cell phone, to see what was going on. And I wasn't planning on doing that. Like, I wasn't planning on that reaction. I was just trying to share the information that I had and share like the footage that I could get. Caleb Aquatics, how are you? Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really do appreciate that. And that's little Caleb. Happy birthday. Let's see. Thank you. I appreciate that. But anyway, so I was live streaming over there. That was the last thing I did, was live stream on Facebook. And now all of a sudden, like, my computers are crashing multiple times in a row anytime I go towards OBS and Streamlabs OBS. But now it's fine. After the 5th reboot, somehow everything's perfectly smooth, like nothing ever happened, except the audio's out of place. So let's stop complaining about that. Anyways, I haven't seen him around. I think he's in one of the coconuts, but I'm just gonna keep my eye out for him. I'm watching the screen and I'm watching the chat. It's kind of nice having this like camera on the tank, because the fish will do things that they wouldn't do if you were standing in front of it sometimes, Anyways, with him like passing, as far as it looks like, it's really interesting to see the politics and how epistogrammas work, because the hierarchy is I don't know that I'm going to save this fish, and then I feel like if he passes away, the hierarchy will change, and since he's sick, it's already starting to change. The other male Apistogrammas are starting to kind of fight for their place as the alpha male in the tank. So it's interesting to watch that too. Like you see this happening right now. There's a male chasing around. Looks like he's chasing around another male. Yeah. But it's just really unfortunate about the tank boss. He's big and he's beautiful. I put him on Instagram a lot. Like and he's wild caught, and I really wanted to get him. Now that this rack is up, I wanted to get him separated with his female that he's been paired off with. The coconut on the far right, that's his coconut. At least one of his coconuts for one of his females. I don't know. But this is a new male here. That looks like he's trying to become the alpha now in the tank. But it's interesting how they roll. I said I was never going to have like cichlids beyond my angelfish, and I've definitely fallen in love with the pistos just because I like how you can have them in a nice planted tank. But I like the personality, the character, and the way they swim. They are definitely aggressive, but I think that like the pistos are like the perfect amount of aggression for me compared to like full on like African cichlids and stuff. You just come home and find like some of your fish dead when the alpha male decides, or someone decides to become the alpha male, and then you find your alpha male dead. So all these other guys are so small. I don't know how any of these other guys, the males, he's kept them all small and kept their colors down. So I do not know how like another male here could have beat him up. Maybe that's not. If he wasn't as big as he is, I would think, oh, another piston male is like fighting to be the tank boss. Caleb, thank you again. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you again for the $2 super chat. So I was trying to come up with something for going to Aquashella. I was trying to come up with some way to create some funding for myself to make sure that I can pay for all this to go to Aquashella and the aquatic experience. Things are rough here. September and October, they're probably like the slowest months. So my boss is working hard to keep me busy. That's for sure. I do not want aggression. I like the little bit of aggression that we get from Scott, that you get from like Apistos. It's like just enough. They'll chase each other around. I mean, they could probably still kill a male who's going to still kill another male. Like watching what they're doing right now in the tank, how he shoots around and he's hiding. These two big rocks really help for dither with these Apistos, that's for sure. I'm sure that's the only reason why I still have as many as I do in this tank. But because see, there'd be one on one side of the rock and one on the other side of the rock, and they're cool with each other for a little bit, long enough to not be killing each other. But anyways, it's really unfortunate about him. I wish I could show you guys. I don't know what could be wrong with him besides having something like lodged in his esophagus or something. But like I said, I took a flashlight and looked, and I can't see anything down his throat. Let's see. Trying to check out the chat. I've been bad. I've missed my father for like 20 minutes. He was in my chat for like 20 minutes the other day, and I didn't see him. I think it's I don't know. I saw Joseph Harden. We have the same name. That's my only excuse, is that I saw my name and I was just like, I just ignored it. The Cove, it's good to see you here. I don't know if I said that already. Brian, how are you? Oh boy. So Jeremy's Wild Studios, how are you? But so I was trying to come up with some ways to create some funding, and I want to do something like some other people were doing. I have some my local guppies, my local wild guppies that I've been breeding in captivity for years now, technically, and I am willing to sell groups of them, like trios and fry packs and stuff like that. And I wanted to do like a prize giveaway thing on my channel, live stream, and let people do what I've seen other people do, like do super chats, and then take everybody's, numerically take everybody's super chat or something, and then pull from the numbers. But that's technically a lottery, and I'm just not risking breaking the laws as much as I want to do fun giveaways and stuff. That's why you haven't seen a lot of that from me in 13,000K, is I know better. And in order to do a proper giveaway, it has to be free, for one. People can't give you money. So when I'm thinking about trying to, create some funds for Aquashella or something, doing some giveaway like that, just have to do that purely out of the, kindness of my heart, which I don't have any problem doing that at all. But what I was trying to do right now, it won't work for what I'm trying to do right now. But I guess I'm gonna put my my guppies on GetGills. I'm gonna put a listing for those, for like a trio and fry pack kind of combo, and put those available there to try to sell some of those before. I got cold packs that are still on the way. They'll be here soon, and I'll be able to do that and my yellow King Kongs. And I think those are the only things I can really sell for livestock right now. But I'd like to sell some of that if I can, just to help me get to, help me, eat and do all that stuff. There's hotels, airplanes, and all that stuff to get to Aquashella, and then aquatic experience 3 weeks later. This is insane. I mean, maybe I'm insane for trying to go to both of them, but it's crazy that there's so many things this time of year that are so close together. Everything that's happened up until now, and then this coming right around the corner. I get it if people can't go. People that would normally go can't go. I totally get it, because I consider myself blessed and grateful to be able to go. Anyways, Chris, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really do appreciate that. It'd be awesome to see you at Aquashella. It was awesome to meet you at Aquashella in Dallas. That was really cool. And thank you for that t-shirt. I still have it, and I do wear it. Believe it or not, I wear it. Jeremy's Wild Studio, thank you for that. Oh, you guys, thank you for that. Jesse, and I will see you. I know, I wish I could do a raffle thing. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. I can't do that. I mean, I can't. I have my Patreon account. You can't make people pay. There's a difference between a lottery and a sweepstakes. I can do a sweepstakes, like everybody could put something like do hashtag Aquashella or hashtag FishFam in the comments, and then I can draw from all my comments of that video and do a drawing sweepstakes completely for free, and do something like that. I could do something like that for like a fry pack, a thing like that, just to be awesome, just to be have fun with you guys. That's something that I can do. But yeah, I gotta get more creative. I just have to sell stuff. That's one thing that I'm big about. It's like I don't really like want to beg for money. I don't even like Patreon. I love that, but I don't necessarily just want to like ask for money. I prefer to like sell a product, because I feel better about that. I feel like I'm giving somebody a product or a service, and I feel like that's like I'm earning my money. Some people would say that making the content is earning it, but to me, I want to like actually be, try to do my thing. Plus, I got something coming around the corner. It's not going to be in time for Aquashella. It will be revealed definitely before the aquatic experience, and it will be for sale at the aquatic experience as well. My new product, which my first truly branded product, that's going to be mass manufactured. Which is so cool. It's gonna come as it can come. I'm waiting for the okay to reveal it. I got like another week. I know it's been there's been like a leak out there, and so I'm just gonna let that remain a leak and be true to everybody and not say anything about it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But it's cool. It's fun. It's just a little bit more of a structured product, which is what I like. It's and I think everybody else will enjoy it as well. Let's see. I'm trying to check out the chat. Caleb, thank you again for another $2 super chat. I appreciate that. Aquashella fun. I want to see you at Aquashella one of these days. I can't wait for that. That would be so awesome. I wanted to come to Colorado, but Tiffany White, thank you for the $20 super chat. I do appreciate that. And you're going to be at Aquashella too. That'll be fun. I know, the one with the cookies. Yeah, Tiffany White is the one with the cookies. If any of y'all were at Dallas, you know about the cookies. But at a convention like that, there's something about getting like the cookies that stuff goes really, really far, because when everybody's hustling and you're going all day long, you don't eat like you should sometimes, and it's nice to have those cookies around, because and even when we were at the aquatic experience, somebody brought cookies to the aquatic experience, another couple, the same ones that he brought cookies in and he brought origami, which was really cool. So everybody, this was an Aquatic Experience 2018, and everybody got to pick a different piece of fish origami, and everybody had like individually packaged things of cookies. It was so cool. And then at Dallas, Tiffany brought cookies. It's cool stuff. I really like these events. It's awesome to be able to be there. Like I said, I feel blessed and grateful to be able to go to these things because it's just cool to geek out and fish stuff with everybody and just have a good time. And I don't know, it's really awesome. I'm really grateful to be part of it. Jesse, good to see you in here. Get Gil's page. You got to get Gil's page as well, don't you, Jesse? You got your own thing going on. You got some awesome stuff going on there in Hawaii. I'm jealous because even if I just had a yard, I'd be doing the same thing, man. I'd have I'd have fish tanks just everywhere, tubs all over the yard, just like you've got them. I would be on it, but I'm in a studio apartment, so I've got the fish studio instead. Anyway, so I want to say that I really hope that everybody is going to be safe in Florida. I don't get stressed out about these things just yet. Like even for us here, you saw how that storm acted, and it was going one way, and then it just shot up, and then it went that way again. So they do all kinds of stuff. You just have to kind of keep your eye on it until the last minute. And just kind of always have a preparedness plan, like a preparation and ready to go. So that's how we live down here. So like I literally have an extension cord sitting in my window right now, and I'm not putting it anywhere because for the last 3 or 4 days we've been having blackouts like every day. We had a blackout this morning. We had a blackout yesterday. We had 3 blackouts the day before and all that. So I literally just keep an extension cord in my window ready to drop it down and plug into my neighbor's house so I can at least have a fan, and I can put a fan on some of my fish tanks because a lot of people don't realize, for me, I'm chilling things instead of heating things. So for me, when the power goes out, the best thing you can do is fans or the RODI ice cubes. Everybody's telling me to do RODI ice cubes, but that's just some high maintenance thing for me. And it's not gonna. To me, doesn't regulate the temperature. I don't know. But if you put a fan on a tank, especially if you're hitting the surface of the water, the evaporation combined with hitting the glass, you can really lower the temperature about at least 3. I've gotten 3-4 degrees out of fans. You will have a lot of evaporation daily, definitely. You'll see the evaporation daily when you put a fan on the surface, but you can definitely lower the temperature very easily that way, in a pinch if you need to, if you've got electricity or some kind of power for like a fan. Man, there's so much going on just in the last couple of weeks, and I see Scott and they're trying to go to these things. I mean, you can only go to so many of them, and I get that. I'm blessed. I'm grateful to be able to go to just the 2. I wanted to go to Peru this year, but that's just, and I want to go to, Ted Judy has invited me to Colombia in December. That's crazy. And I have to say no. That's so hard to say no to that. But that's $3,500 minimum. That's plane ticket in the expedition and food, like travel expenses. That's bare minimum. Nothing extra. No souvenirs. $3,500. So that's pretty soon too, so I'm gonna have to say no to that. But anyways, let's see. I'm just gonna be quiet here for a second. I'm looking at this chat, see what's going on. Panic doesn't solve anything. No, it does not. And that's where I'm at with this fish. Like, some people would want to pull this fish out, put it in a quarantine tank. You can do all kinds of things by doing that. I'm gonna stress the fish out. I'm gonna stress so many things out by doing that. The best thing for me to do is just, at this point, he's looking like he might just be old. Who knows how old he was? He's wild caught. I don't think anybody else beat him up, though. Science Gal Aquatics, good to see you. And it would be fun to see you at the Aquashella as well. I know, I can't wait. I think about it. I've got a plan so far ahead that I almost like to want to. I need to do things to forget about it. I don't want to think about it because I still have time. I've got to like focus on everything else right now because it'll be there. It'll be there, but the bills still got to get paid here while I'm gone, right? So that's why I got to keep my head down. And one of the problems for me is I'm creating content for other people. So that's my day job. So it gets in the way of me doing content, and then I don't know. It gets in the way a little bit. I guess it gets me. I get in front of the computer too much now, and then on top of that, all these power outages lately. I've got three videos filmed that need to be edited. 3 videos, and I just need to get down. Like as soon as I get off of here, I should just edit until 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what it would take. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I can do that now. It's Friday. I will be at the Fish Tube booth. I just filed for my stuff with Aquashella after being approved, so I will be behind the Fish Tube booth. That's I'm grateful about that too. That's what I mean. I'm really happy to be able to be part of that. And I feel like there's a responsibility as well to promote it for everyone else, because just to promote it and keep it positive. And there's gonna be a lot of work to do. There's gonna be a lot of people working on stuff. There's gonna be a lot of people and volunteering their time. No one's getting paid for any of this. Everybody's volunteering their time to, like I like to set up my lights. We're going to have a live streaming room. I've been working with companies on trying to get some high speed mobile internet so that we can literally live stream wherever we want, however we want to. So the Fish Tube booth could have like its own like serious mobile high definition mobile streaming hotspot thing. So I'm working on that. That's something fun. There's all kinds of little things that we have to work on, and then most of it's kind of hush hush because we want to make it a surprise. We want people to have fun. We don't want to just give it away live on the internet, but it's gonna be fun. Like we did games. We had games in Dallas, and prizes and giveaways and stuff for like kids were playing games and stuff like that. It was fun. It's nice to get, Priscilla was doing her artwork the last time. That was fun. So it's nice to have different like stuff going on, not just a booth, not just a table with a couple people standing there going, "Hi, how are you?" Like we want to make it like interactive so everybody can kind of get involved. Jesse, thank you for throwing up the Teespring. That's actually a good one too. Something that I'm selling right now. There's fun stuff over there. There's some really cool T-shirts. I've got people buying them just straight off of Teespring, not through, because I can see that I can track the analytics, see where the traffic's coming from, and I sell some of these T-shirts every once in a while just straight off of Teespring because they're just like nerdy fish shirts. I literally have one that just says Fish Nerd. I want that one myself. There's like one for everyone. There's one for shrimp keepers, aquascapers. I tried to have fun with it and tried to kind of represent a lot of the different kind of micro niches of the niche, because there's a lot of different facets to this hobby. That's for sure. I'm watching the tank right now because there's definitely some politics happening up in here with these apistos, but I really wanted to show you this male, the tank boss here, and I don't want to waste time like searching for him. I looked pretty hard for him earlier and I didn't see him. I'm sure he's in one of the coconuts. KG Tropicals, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. I enjoyed your stream the other night. I had been watching your stream kind of, not necessarily religiously, but I try to get on there while I can, whenever I can, whenever I see it and I'm not busy doing something else. I've been enjoying that. We're playing with OBS as well these days. It's fun to see other people kind of having fun with this stuff because, I don't know, I think it's fun. I think it's fun to get to play with the graphics and the overlays, and I like making all my own graphics for OBS, like my own templates and stuff. Like, anyways, it's fun for me. The Teespring quality, I have to be honest, it's not that bad. I have some shirts. I just did my laundry and folded it. It's because it's funny you asked that, but I mean, I was looking at, I have 4 of my own shirts of my shirt that I purchased for myself through Teespring, and I have 2 that are really faded and pretty rough. but they're faded because during Irma, after Irma, I say during it because we had 2 months of just surviving, like, doing my laundry in my shower and climbing onto my roof and hanging my clothes on the roof to dry. So my laundry was being sun dried and it was being washed in a big 10-gallon tub in my shower, literally stomping on my clothes with my feet to wash them in soap, rinse them, wring them out. It was a workout to do laundry, I'll tell you that much. That's how it used to be in the old days. Women, they had some strong arms back in the old days from doing those laundry. I know they did because, I'll tell you what, I built up some arm strength just trying to wring out clothes for 2 months on my rooftop. Anyways, off on a rant about that. But yeah, my point is the shirts are pretty good. Like, but they're a little faded now but that was like a post-apocalyptic experience. The other two that I have, they're really nice, and I've had them for about a year, been washing them, and the colors are strong. I think I just messed up with a little bit of bleach and different kinds of soap when I was trying to do my laundry after the hurricane. I think I bleached, I caused that damage. But I think Teespring's pretty good. There's a funny thing though, when the Teespring t-shirts come in, they always smell like white vinegar. If anybody's ever noticed that? They've got like that from the printers. They've got that white vinegar smell. But it's an awesome thing for us content creators. It's a great way to crowdsource and to create funding for ourselves without having to go out and buy 1,000 or 500 t-shirts, some massive minimum order of t-shirts, and then ship them all out and cover the cost of shipping or whatever on top of all that. So I don't know. I really have to say that it's been fun. There's some cool t-shirts up there, so check them out. Anyways, I'm over that one. Anyways, what else is going on? Once again, I hope everybody's safe in Florida. We'll see how this goes. It could just spin up. It could stay out in the Atlantic. It could spin out and just fall apart. That's what I always hope for. But we'll see. I do want to talk about it on Sunday a little bit more because there's a lot going on with that. I mean, Alex from Secret History Living Aquarium, he talked about it kind of a little bit this morning. I mean, earlier this evening as well. But there is definitely, Florida is the mecca for fish farming and has been for a long time. So there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of our friends. I think any of us that are really in the hobby and know breeders and know farms, a lot of our friends are in Florida and their businesses and their livelihoods are there. So it's, Miami and Tampa are the two hottest spots for fish farming. Pretty much the majority of all fish farming happens in the state of Florida, but Tampa, right outside of Tampa and around Miami has those are the two biggest conglomerates of fish farms. I think Tampa is the home of the Fish Farmers Association and stuff like that. So Seagrass Farms as well, Imperial Tropical, they're all out of Tampa in that area. So there's a lot going on there. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this thing just breaks up and falls apart out in the ocean. But we're going to keep our eyes on that and we'll see what's going on. We'll see. For me, I'll wait until Sunday because it's really not going to hit Florida until Monday probably. So we just want to wait and see, and we'll see where we're at on Sunday when I do my live stream, and I'll kind of report on that a little bit, and we'll just kind of take a little closer look at it, see what's going on with all that good stuff. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I don't even know where my counter is. I can't see it. I'm not really worried about it. I'll pretend like I'm not worried about it. I'll move it over there. There it is. Anyways, let's see. No OBS for me. OBS is nice, but it's not necessary. That's for sure. It depends on what you're trying to do. And you can't do panels with it if you like to do panels on YouTube. That's when you have to get into something else. Unless you want to work with you can do panels with OBS, but like 1 or 2 other people. Takes a good computer and a couple of little tips and tricks. So hopefully somebody shows up with origami. I need another origami fish. Let's see here. Chewy, what's right? People are draining the ponds. There's a lot. That's a big subject, really. There's so much that can happen there, and I don't know. I just try not to even think about it. It's like for us here, we don't want to talk about it or think about it until we really need to, because it's why build that negativity and all that. But yeah, I've got a lot of friends in Florida, in the fish industry, in the hobby, and just crossing my fingers that everybody's gonna stay as dry as possible and all that kind of good stuff. All right, go to band practice. Exactly, safe weather. You stay out of trouble. Have fun at band practice. Yeah, Teespring does take a little cut of the money there, but it's for a content creator, especially when you're starting out with nothing on a shoestring budget. It's perfect. It does work for me, that's for sure. It's a good option to make a little bit of extra money. You don't sell a huge amount of t-shirts unless you're some massive, huge channel. And at that point, it's gonna be more cost effective for you to. Once you get to that point, that's when you would want to switch over and make some real money and just get a warehouse shipping space. That's another thing. I've actually worked on. I got stuff to share with you guys. I got 3 videos. I don't want to give it away in the stream. I don't want to just give it away in a live stream. Because I've taken the time to film this stuff. So I just need to get this down and get editing this weekend. Now that power seems to be relatively reliable. Susan, thank you, Susan. Yeah. So anyways, I really wanted to show you this guy, and the fact that he's like hiding in a coconut. I don't know if that's meant to be, because it's kind of sad. I don't want to show. I never wanted. I told myself I would never like show people my dead fish, and I really never want to show people like my sick fish. But there is some education in that, and that's the only reason why I would want to show you my like dying fish. That I can't seem to figure out what is up with him. I mean, he's beautiful. He looks beautiful right now. That's what even hurts more. It's like he's not like going pale or stressed out. There's no infections. It doesn't look like he's got any kind of fungus in his gills or anything like that. And when I do pull him out of the water or I mess with him, his gills will close. So it's not like there's something in there that's keeping his gill plates open. His gill plates will close. It's like that, but that's what he wants. It's almost like I think he hit his head. My personal theory is that he was being the tank boss and he was chasing around another male or something, and he hit his head and caused like some brain trauma and swelling, and that's why he was like seizing or something in his mouth, and his gill plates are just staying open in that position. Really weird. But you could tell he has like life and he wants to live. It's like he's not like weak. His soul's not weak. He's got that energy. You can tell when a fish got a will to live. There's something wrong with him that he can't do anything about. That's for sure. Anyways, it's a bummer. It's sad to see a fish kind of, going through that. I really dislike that. But we'll see what happens. I don't know that he's going to make it. He's probably in a coconut on his last leg right now. I don't know if it's worth my time to go in there after him in the coconut and pull him out, check him out. I don't like to mess with fish at that point. You're just poking and prodding at a fish that's literally on its deathbed kind of thing. I'm just like observe, see what's up, and just let them do their thing. And I don't know. There's some points that with certain fish I've had to just turn away and walk away, like in a quarantine tank, like with the angelfish. I just had to walk away, and because I knew I just had to walk away and just let them pass away. It's a really not fun, not fun at all. I think there's some people out there that know what I'm talking about. So I got the 2 neon tetras in here. There were a whole school of neon tetras, but we all know how neon tetras will just like slowly drop like flies. They just kind of naturally, not I want to say it's natural, but a lot of Tetras will just, especially the store-bought ones that are imported, they just start dropping like flies, one after another, slowly, really slowly, like over a year or two. These neon Tetras I've had for 2 years, at least 2 years. But the rest of them, it's probably almost 3 years. But the rest of them, just slowly, just one's missing, and then you notice like a month later, 3 months later, another one's missing. I don't know. Well, I've heard the same story from a lot of people when it comes to neons like that. So now there's like two, and it looks like they are of opposite sexes, like one pair of neons. I'm thinking maybe I can pull them and spawn them in another tank. It might be an interesting thing to do since I only have two neon Tetras. Another thing I've noticed is the Apistos do not care. Apistos seem to just care more about their own species. They don't care about the neons. They don't mess with them at all. There's a glass catfish in there that I rescued it, and it hangs out at the top, and the Apistos hang out at the bottom for the most part, and they don't mess with each other. They don't bother each other at all. I'm sorry to hear that, Jess. Down to one neon, right? Oh no, I definitely love the idea of that like neon tank with like 200 neons, 300 neons in it. What was that? Dustin always had that dream, and he finally did it, I think, in one tank. But like a nice skate tank, and then just throw in like 200-300. There was that cylindrical tank at Dallas. That was cool. That was cool. It had like 300-400 neon Tetras, and there was a cylindrical tank, and they just went around in circles. A big school of neons just going around in a circle like a carousel. It was crazy. Very interesting. Perfect fish for that tank. Once again, I want to thank you all for hanging out. I really do appreciate y'all chilling with me. I don't mean to be boring at all today. I'm just bummed and totally exhausted from all this, and I just thought that, and when I decided to do this stream originally, he was out and about, and I thought I'd have him on film, and I'd be able to share that with you as well, just to give you guys a glimpse of it, and maybe you guys could see something, or it would make some sense to you, what's wrong with him, maybe. I posted it all over Facebook and stuff like that, and Instagram, and everybody else says the same thing. Maybe there's a rock in his mouth, this and that, and I went looking. I looked twice. I pulled him out twice. Pulled him completely out, but brought him up in a net and held him and flashlight and all that, and looked down his throat, and I can't. He looks normal. Looks normal except for the way he's acting. Yeah, that tank was awesome. I would love something like that. There's a level of distortion with it that's not fun when you want to do like this tank here is a bow face tank, so you can see that there is a certain level of distortion. Even though this camera is completely in focus, it still looks blurry and out of focus, because when you put a camera through that, you're not gonna get a good image. So yeah, there is something of, I mean, it's cool. It's a nice tank. But at the same time, I think I would prefer a flat face tank when I'm thinking about doing like a really nice scape. If I'm really putting some work into it and it's a show tank, I want a flat surface for sure. And there's less glare in a way sometimes too. I don't know, it depends. I mean, you're picking up more stuff on the front of the tank with a bow face sometimes. Oh, tea. That's my thing. I've been doing a lot of tea lately, Jess. I don't know, hot tea though. But like that's my like late night treat. I feel like I gotta be careful what I say, because I get in trouble in my streams with my mouth sometimes. But I just like some cookies and tea at night. Just like a nice cup of tea and like 3 or 4 cookies, and I'm good. That's a dessert for me. That's my little nightcap. Keeps me out of trouble. It's good enough. And preferably like a decaffeinated tea in the evening if I can help that. Just otherwise, it'll keep me up. Unless I'm trying to do, if I'm editing or something, I'll go with black tea. That's what I prefer. Anyways, let's see. I got to recap on all this. But I want to say thank you again, Tiffany, for the super chat as well. Caleb, happy birthday again. Jess, thank you. And Jeremy's Wild Studios. Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction. Appreciate that as well. And where's the other one I'm missing? I thought there was one. Did I say King and Queen Cichlids? I thought he gave me... I don't know where that was. I don't know. I thought I saw that. But never mind. Oh, that's what I want to talk about. He gave me a super chat the last week or something, the week before that, and I think I spaced it. I feel like I didn't say it. I don't know if I did, and I felt so bad. I wanted to like say thank you again for that, because I thought I totally missed it. Yeah, green tea is good. That's kind of that's usually what I do. I'm usually doing like black tea or green tea, like a decaffeinated green tea. Make sure that it doesn't, straight up no nothing else in it. Just green tea, and then I do like a nice black tea. I like a nice dark black tea, and lots of even sweet, and even a little splash of cream sometimes, but definitely sugar. Oh, it's bad. That's bad. I used to work with this Egyptian guy, and that was the best. It was like came in this little aluminum tin, and it was straight up like black tea leaves, and it was so strong. It was so good. And then he just loaded up with sugar. It was really sweet. Let's see. Oh, Turbofish is talking about his RODI. Oh, that reminds me. I got RODI. My RODI system is I'm souping it up a little bit more. I have a booster pump coming that's going to replace the pump I have now, and then I also have, I don't know if they're going to be here at the same time, but I have 2 more DI filters. It's another dual 10-inch cartridge unit for 2 more DI resin, so I can recirculate my RODI wastewater through those DI cartridges and actually get it along with the other DI. Anyways, what I can do in the end is I get 1 to 2 instead of 1 to 3, I think is what it is. I get a better ratio on my wastewater. I'm actually wasting less water in the end, the way I'm going to have it set up. So I'll be able to show you guys how that is possible. There's actually ways where you can supercharge your RODI system to get even more water out of it. You definitely go through some DI resin in a way, but also when you have 3 DI resin cartridges working together, I guess you don't really see it. I guess you're using more resin, but the resin lasts longer in a way because you've got so much of it that it's going through. So between those 3 resin cartridges, you're gonna go longer. You get 2 months altogether. Out of 1 resin cartridge, I go through 1 resin cartridge a month. So if you doubled up 3 of them, the same volume of water, get what I'm saying. You could get more time before you have to think about replacing those DI resin cartridges. Anyways, it'll be interesting. I'd like to show that stuff and show how that I can soup that up, kind of supercharge the whole system. What's hard? Aquamate. What's hard to find there? Are you talking about RODI systems? Is hard to find? I'm sorry. I felt like I'm missing something here. Alrighty. Well. This was totally impromptu stream. I literally yesterday and the day before that, I just been trying whenever the power is on. I've been trying to edit. The only problem is there's been so many brownouts. If you guys watch my live streams that I did the day of the hurricane passing us here, you'll see what I went through. That's why I have 2 live streams. I had to come I live for an hour. I streamed for an hour on Facebook, and then the power blacked out. and then I got my own power via Tesla, and came back on stream for another half an hour. So I did 2 streams, but if you watch the streams, you literally see like all the lights in my house is everything's browning out. The tanks are all on, so you can see everything just kind of browning out and flickering. And it's like I can't do that to my computer. And if I'm in the middle of editing something and I lose something that way, like so I've having a hard time this week with that, especially when I've got like 3 pieces filmed, and it's like that's usually the hard part for me. Get it filmed. I can edit it. Edit it. There we go. Good stuff. I'm trying not to miss stuff. I'm so bad, Pam. What did I miss? I missed so much stuff. I've been it's so bad. Oh, I have to just I definitely would not make a good president, that's for sure, because the teleprompter thing just doesn't fly for me, but as big as I have it, I got it over here like so big. Yeah. Just saying, Pam. Just saying. Alright, so what else do we got going on? Let's see. I have something I hopefully can release. Like I said, I can release it like this week to you guys. This next week, I'm just maybe Sunday. I can get the green light for Sunday to talk about it. That would be cool. Like I said before, I'd like to create some money for Aquashella, some funds, some money, yes, to be able to just for everything, all the expenses, and then aquatic experience right around the corner. Kasha, it's so awesome to see you pop in here. I do an evening stream late. That's how I get some people in here, huh? It's good to see you in here, Kasha. I look forward to hanging out with you at the aquatic experience in Chicago. Not the aquatic experience, Aquashella. Let me get it all right. Anyways, I look forward to that. But I'm trying to put together some funds, just a little bit of money to make this all work. And like I said, I'm not necessarily looking for just begging for money. I want to sell stuff. So I have my dried botanicals available on GetGills right now. But that is an option. I do have those available. I will sell them that I have there. I'm working on some other stuff with botanicals. We'll see what's going on with that. And then I do have my yellow King Kongs that I want to get rid of right now. And I have my groups of the wild guppies. So it's be a trio of wild guppies with a fry pack. And that's how I'm selling them. Like I said, I haven't put that live. I need to go on to GetGills and put that live for you guys. But it's just whatever I can do. There's that and Teespring are really the 2 best things to do, is that and Teespring to create some stuff. Black lights. What are we doing? Black lights. We're going black lights. Are we going to go black lights this time around? Uh-oh. I remember we were talking about that. Somebody was talking about that at Dallas. Uh-oh. I should probably... Oh, anyways, we won't go there. We'll talk about that, Kasha. Yeah, black lights. That's interesting. That could be fun. I mean, that whole place is pretty much in UV light, is in black light anyways. It's just... the whole place is. I heard that we shouldn't talk about all the little secrets. There's going to be some fun stuff going on at Aquashella. Definitely some really awesome stuff, and you guys are going to have to check it out. As you guys know, Kasha from Creative Pet Keeping, she's been helping out a lot in regards to kind of putting this together and making it all run smoothly. There's definitely a lot of people involved in volunteering and all the little aspects. So there's lots of little surprises. There's going to be some fun stuff. Some of it surprises for me too. So I just look forward to it, Like I said, right now I'm just focused on working hard, paying the bills, making sure that the rent's paid so that I can go and play, hang out with all my friends, get some good footage, come back and edit some stuff, but come back with no eviction letter on the door. That's the goal. Oh boy, I laugh about it, but I don't like to make a big deal about it. But yeah, this, like I said, September and October is our 2 months here where it's hurricane season. So what happened basically with this storm that just came through, this just killed our season. It's kind of how it rolls. So like the first big storm of hurricane season kind of like just muffles everything, shuts everything down. People stop coming down here like they were coming down here a week ago. So this is when I have to hunker down and almost find other work, like construction work, plumbing jobs, something like that, and just hustle some side jobs because my day job is getting a little quiet. Even with there's some room for content creation, but I'm definitely not making commission booking boats. Nobody's going out on boats, especially this last week. I'm lucky that my boss gave me a lot of website work to do, so I've been grinding away doing SEO on HTML pages for the last week. It's all good experience. So when I build my own website, I had this experience. That's how I look at it. I'm learning on somebody else's dime. That's a great way to learn. You get jobs, you jump in there, and you just put your head down and you learn things from scratch, and then you turn around and take those things, you leave from that job and go use them for yourself, or take them, carry them with you to the next job, put them in your tool bag for the next job. Here we go. Here's the original fish tube sticker, which is no longer. We have a new logo we had a new logo last year, and there's another new one that's coming up for this year. There's some art that I don't even know, I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure there's some art coming up. That's a surprise for everybody as well. So this year's fish tube art, I can't wait to see what that is. But I love last year's as well. That I really like. Obviously, last year's was more like, made more sense. This is kind of, you don't want to disrespect YouTube. So there's kind of something about this. So that's why this is kind of a collector's sticker. I've got 2 of them I'm keeping as collectors because, we don't want to be like, putting down YouTube. We are part of YouTube, so we have to represent YouTube as well. But it's a cute sticker. It was fun, and yeah, I'm glad I got a couple of them. It's a hustle. Every day is a hustle. If it doesn't hurt, you're not working hard enough. You know what I mean? If you're comfortable, you're not working hard enough. There's a saying, complacency. I'm sorry, it's backwards. Comfort is equal to complacency. Comfort is equal to complacency, which is that simple. If you're comfortable, you're probably being complacent. If you're comfortable, you're not working hard enough. You're not. You might just be comfortable, but you're gonna remain right there comfortable, and that's pretty much how it works, I think. That's how I got myself here. I've definitely kind of like taken a step back. I took a break here, I feel like, on content, whether it's personal stuff going on between me or whatever, my own life. I feel like I've taken a break. We'll call it a break. I've been slacking on content. But I didn't get to 13K without like that hustle. I was doing that. I was staying up all night, not getting any sleep, hurting myself to 3 or 4, watching the sun come up to get an edit done. But as you get better at it, you shouldn't spend all night on an edit. You should try to get it done in a reasonable amount of time. You got to find a balance. I think that's the key. Anybody who's in content creation, you realize after you start to do it for a couple of years that you got to find a balance, because you got your real, not real life, but you got your life. You've got your family, you've got your children, your animals, or whatever it is, and your job besides YouTube. And you've got to find a balance so everything gets its equal share, what it deserves. And that's the hard part, I think, for a lot of people, is finding that balance and staying motivated and not getting burnt out. It's easy to get burnt out because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So if anybody takes a break, I get it. I'm just like, yeah. Life gets in the way sometimes. It does. YouTube doesn't really care about that, though. The algorithm, the computer doesn't really care if you're tired or you're stressed or you had a bad breakup or you just moved or you had a hurricane. YouTube doesn't care. The algorithm doesn't care. It still wants you to spit out 3 videos a week. Alrighty. Enough of that crying about YouTube. Anyways, I like this shirt. This was a cool thing. Someone gave me as a gift. You've got the addiction. You have week 1 with the fish bowl. Week 2, and then week 3, and you see his spouse right there, right? Anyways, that's my fun. It's a fun shirt. Fun shirt. Ah, Chris was taking the train. That's an adventure. That's fun. Should film some of that. I've taken a lot of Greyhound bus. Greyhound bus is crazy, especially in the 80s. That was an experience. I don't necessarily need to do any more Greyhound. I've had enough of that. It's cheap, but it's sketchy, and there's some sketchy people on a Greyhound bus. There's been some crazy experience. I've got some stories, and I'll tell some people maybe in person one day about some of my Greyhound travels. Cross country. I've done 4 times in a row cross country round trip. I've done Tucson, Arizona to Philadelphia. Takes 4 days on Greyhound. You need to write a journal when you do that. Anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate everybody's super chats. It all goes right back into this. It goes back to either fixing lighting equipment. I've got stuff that is broken. My light board is trashed. I literally had to throw it away. The light board that I had at the Aquashella in Dallas, it is gone. So I can program these lights manually individually, and that's why they work. But I had them all programmed on the board. That board was fried, and it was just probably cheap was the thing. So anyways, as things break and as things get messed up, it all goes back into that. But more than anything right now, I just want to make sure that I can cover my, get that plane ticket, and we got a hotel, and we've got lots of food, and I'd like to pitch in on gas money. We're doing a road trip from Lucas Brett's house, and we're going to road trip from there to the Aquashella in Chicago, Haley and Amber and I, and that's going to be really, really awesome. But like stuff like that, I like to pitch in there. I feel bad because I feel like people are already putting out money. I want to be able to support myself. It's kind of how I look at it. Let's see here. But thank you guys so much. Great shirt, Joseph. Was that regarding to something on Teespring? There's all kinds of cool shirts on over there if you can check them out. Let's see. Last year's logos. Yeah, those are that was nice, Kasha. I like that one. I like that one because you had like all the different fish from the community. You had, kind of covering the different niches, micro niches of the fish keeping hobby, which was really cool. I did like it. It's my favorite one so far. I look forward to seeing what's coming up, what we got going on this year. Got a nice little collection of t-shirts over the last 3 years. It's actually been 2 years. It feels like I'm working on 3 years now, but we're working on year 3 here of me and YouTube. But not me on YouTube hanging out, but me with my channel. Anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out. Oh, here we go. We got Chung. We got the water box in the house. Good to see you here. We'll see you in Aquashella. I could go through this again like right now. It's crazy the amount of people that are in this stream right now that will be at Aquashella. You got Crystal. You got Kasha from Creative Pet Keeping. You've got Jess, Shrimp Granny. You've got Science Gal Aquatics. She will be there. You got the water box. Chung, he will be there as well. Daryl Deemer didn't make it in here tonight, but Daryl Deemer will be there. Let's see who else it's up in here. The Turbo Fish will be there, I believe. And let's see. Oh, there was a few other people. Not to rub it into anybody else who's not going to be there. Like I said, if you can't be there, I totally get it. I totally get it because I can barely be there. And I can't believe it's like a dream come true to be able to go to the aquatic experience right after that. And I still don't know that I'm going to, I'm saying I'm going to go because I'm telling myself I'm going to find the money and I'm going to figure out how to make it work. That's what it comes down to. I'm going to make it work one way or the other. But That's why I say I'm gonna be there, but doesn't mean I have the money. But I'll be there. I'll be there somehow. That's how I look at it. That's how I got to Peru. I'm sorry. I kind of like manifest things in my life. I feel like you really want something enough, you will make it happen in your life. When that Peru trip came up, when I found out about the first in 2017, I was like, I want to find a way to be on the trip. If you watch my interview with Dwayne Kitchell live at the I filmed it, but at the Aquatic Experience 2017, and I'm interviewing Dwayne Kitchell, and he's talking about going to Peru with Corey and Dean, and I'm like, oh, I'd love to figure out a way I can get on that trip. I said that in that interview, and then a year later, I said I'm going to be on this trip, and I went and I found the money, and I threw the money down, whatever I could, and I held my spot, and I worked my butt off painting houses, and I went. And you guys helped me with my camera, or I wouldn't have had that Sony to film all that in Peru. I would have been filming with a broken Canon that was a hand-me-down, a T2i Canon. So everything is beautiful. This whole community is awesome. The way that it has, it supports everybody within it. And if anything, I just wish I could give back more to other people out here. I wish that, like, I try to do super chats so people know, like, don't see super chats from me. I've only been able to give out a couple because it's something weird. Like, if I don't touch my computer at all and I get onto a live stream from my phone, sometimes it'll let me super chat from the phone. It's let me do it like 4 or 5 times. I've only 4 or 5 times ever have I been able to do a super chat. So just crazy. So, and it always says you cannot do super chats in this region. It gives me a little error message. So it's just, I'd love to super chat people back. Some of these people that are just doing awesome stuff and working really hard on their content, they deserve it. And I would just, but I can't do that. So I don't know. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get out of here. But it's so awesome to see everybody up in here, and Kasha, I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to talking to you guys, and Rob, and getting a little bit of an idea what everything's going on. We can touch base. I'm working on some. I got some leads on some high-speed internet, some to do some like high-definition live streaming. So I talked to Rob about that, and we're gonna work on that. We'll see if these people say yes. I might only be able to get them for the Aquatic Experience, though. If I get lucky, they're gonna hook us up for Aquashella, but I don't know if we're gonna get that lucky. But at least it'll be something for the future that we can do in the future. But we'll see. Actually, the way we'll bring this up right now while I'm still here because I'm not going anywhere yet. And also the Waterbox threw down a $10 super chat, which I'm just going to give that back to you when I buy you lunch or buy you a drink or something in Chicago. But I appreciate that so very much. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate that, Chung. I really do. And then I just totally forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm lost it. I did lose it. Oh, Kasha, while you're in here too, really what we need to do, if we could crowdsource $400, I can get the gear we need for 7 days to live stream and for Aquashella, but we need to come up with $400 to rent the gear. So there's that. Like, that's on top of just everything else. But if we could come up with for the community and for the YouTube thing, like, I would even almost, I don't have the money. I can't say I can do that. I would like to say that I could match. I could match other people, but like half of it. But we need to. I can't say that I can do that. But if we could come up with $400, I could get this gear for 7 days for Aquashella. I just don't have the money to donate to that cause, so that we have that for our booth, so that we can live stream. Because if you were there in Dallas and you were behind that booth and saw that the pet tube in us were all trying to use that mobile hotspot and trying to live stream, we were having a really, really hard time. We couldn't do it. It didn't work, basically. So we need, if we could come up with something better. But I've been writing letters and I've been on the phone hustling hard. So we'll see what comes up with that. But either way, if I can't get the stuff for free, we can definitely rent it for $400 a week. So there's that option. We'll talk about it, Kasha. I sent I talked to Rob about it too. We'll figure it out. I mean, $400 really isn't like a huge amount of money in the big bad world for 7 days. If I had the money, I would rent it for 7 days so that I can use it, so I can live stream while I'm at Lucas Brett's house in Indiana, and then we're gonna road trip. I could literally ILR stream road trip, which Amber and Haley might not like that at a point, but I could live stream the road trip, which is another dream come true. Live stream the road trip to Chicago when we're gonna do like fish store tours along the way to Chicago with this gear. That'll kill like 2 days of using the gear, but then we get there, we only need the gear for 3 days, or literally 2 days of streaming at the event. So I could rent it. I wanted to rent it for the whole. It is you have to rent it for a minimum of 7 days for $400 to get the gear. So, anyways, I've thought about this stuff so much. I want to go out in the woods and go collecting with wirelessly, completely mobile and wirelessly, but to own the gear and to run that gear and pay for all the services, it costs you about $5,000 a month to maintain all of the accounts and the data plans and everything you need to do to be able to be a mobile live streamer. $5,000 a month. So yeah, that's not something I'm looking for. But to rent it for $400 for the week is a whole nother story. Anyways, there's my rant on that one. We have Mad Tanks. How are you? You're going to be not at Aquashella, but the aquatic experience. Is that what I heard? Or Mad Tanks, will you be at Aquashella? That's my question. Because I was looking forward to seeing you. Where's my thing here? Oh, you gave me this. This was really awesome. He hooked me up. He makes all kinds of stuff like makes all kinds of different stuff in wood and plastic, CNC machines. He works with CNC machines. He made this keychain for me with my logo on it, which is really sweet. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. But I don't want to beat it up. I like it and it's special, so I keep it right here. I have this little rack where I hang my wireless headphones. It's my headphone rack, and I just hang it right there on that rack with my headphones. That's just its little spot. But thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate that. That was awesome. And yes, you will be at Aquashella. That's fun. It would be awesome to see you there. You're going to be doing a booth, I take it, maybe? That'll be fun. Tampa Tom, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. And I'm still hanging out. I was supposed to be gone a while ago because we were looking at 10 minutes past, and I started like 3 minutes early. Oop. And now I'm kicking things around. I have 30 more. Okay. So he has 30 more of them. So there's those. If you guys... I should put those up. I should put those up on Get Gills. We'll work a deal. We'll talk. Your people, my people. We'll talk. Same with you, Kasha. Yeah, man. We'll have to talk about those. Maybe I could put those keychains up on Get Gills. I don't know. We'll see about that. It'd just be a way to a crowd. I'm just trying to I'm trying to come up with something that's realistic to crowdfund. But I don't want, like I said, I don't want to just be begging for money. I want to sell something. I want to offer something for it. I want to work for my money. But yeah, so I'm trying to come up with some things. Besides, I got my Teespring. I've got the local guppies I can sell you guys. I've got the yellow King Kongs. All of a sudden, I'm getting a month to this thing, and I'm going, oh yeah, I was supposed to I was supposed to hustle and have a big stockpile of money for these events and for the off season. I'm such a goof. Anyways, it's all good. Oh boy. Well, I look forward to seeing all you guys in a few weeks. We're about a month away. We're a little less than a month away from this deal. And I know a lot of us are hyped up that are going, that's for sure. So it's hard not to talk about it. But I realize that the people that are not going, it's kind of like rubbing it in, especially people that have even been there before, because you know what you're missing. And I'm sorry to laugh. I'm sorry. I'm gonna miss you guys. Even the Cove. It was nice to meet the Cove in Dallas. That was a total surprise. Let's see, who else was there? Well, and Tiffany White. I met her in Dallas as well. It is really cool to meet some of you in person. I met Jess 2018, right? That was Aquashella Aquatic Experience 2018. And then I finally met Chung in Dallas. That was nice too. Yeah, man. We look forward to do it. We got Monday's gonna be fun. Monday will be fun. We'll see what goes on. Anyways, there's so many people doing different things. As these events get bigger and bigger, it's like there's not like I don't know, like everybody's going their own little separate ways of their own little groups. So there is a little bit of that, and got to be understandable of that. I think like years ago, at least 3 years ago, like Aquatic Experience, the group was smaller, so like everybody could go out together and hang out. Like it was feasible to have like a YouTube dinner with like 20 people. Then the next year it was like 40 or 50 people. And then the next year it wasn't even able to do that. It would turn into 2 separate dinners or 3 separate dinners and different groups. And that's realistic. That's how things are going to happen. That's how that stuff's going to go. And this year it'll be even more different. It'll be even totally different. You know, like people will all be doing. Oh yeah, I'm sporting the light doesn't even. Oh, it looks horrible because my hat's been back. But hey, I can style it up pretty nice when. Yeah, it's hot here this time of year, and I just had to get it all up off the sides. I just wanted to clean it all up. I like that fade. There's something about that cut. I like the fade, like all the way to shaved, and then I got the beard. I love that contrast. I don't know. Men don't really get, guys, we just pretty much, we're simple. We got jeans, t-shirts, pair of shorts, flip-flops. Girls got all this stuff to do. All we got is like facial hair and hair on our head. That's the only thing we get to play with to kind of like change it up a little bit. Besides like putting on a different cool t-shirt that says something funny. Like that's guys. Maybe you got a collection of hats, I don't know, and sunglasses, but that's about what we get for like accessorizing and like playing with our stuff. I didn't mean it that way. But, accessorizing never mind. I'm going to dig a hole for myself. Is Pam around? She's just going to jump right on that one. Keith, thank you so much for that $40 super chat. That's gas money is what I'm going to call that. Gas money for road trip from Indiana to Chicago, Illinois. I don't know what it's like, 10 hours? I don't know what we're doing. I don't even want to know. But Amber's crazy road tripper. She just loves to drive like for days. I don't know. So we're going to let Amber do what she does best and drive across the country. And I'm just going to hang out in the back seat and keep to myself. Let her and Haley kind of run the ship. I'll stay in the back seat and live stream to you guys. I'll report to y'all what's going on. I'm supposed to get out of here, but I'm having fun hanging out with you guys now, and I really shouldn't be here any longer just because there's no reason for me to make some massive long live stream that's gonna have horrible analytics because it is how it is. But once again, it'd be nice to catch you guys all in Chicago, the people that I do see. Otherwise, this stream, I'm smiling now and happy, but there's some sad, unfortunate events going on behind me, and I'm actually happy that he's in a coconut and that I can't film him and show them to you. I think that happened that way on purpose because I don't think any of us want to look at that, and I don't want to really share that. But I was hoping for maybe some advice on what could be wrong with him. But I don't know. I think he's just going to pass away in that coconut tonight by tomorrow morning. And there'll be a new hierarchy. That's going to be the interesting thing about that tank. And maybe I should film that. Now that he was the boss. He was running the show in there, and he killed a few males over the last year. 2 males he killed. Just kind of holding his ground and making it his place. And what was left were the subdominant males, which have a lot less color to them, and they almost look like females. And they're just totally scared of him, and they run and hide. They don't even try to fight him. So that's why I don't think anybody else beat him up. I think he hurt himself going, charging at another fish, and he hit a rock and like gave himself some kind of head thing, swelling or something like that. You can show that if you want to show that publicly. Tiffany, if you want everybody to see that. Oh, was you not? Is that what we were supposed to keep that hidden? Or she couldn't see that either. I don't know. You can. I'm sorry. I should have let somebody else handle that and stay out of it. Let my mods do their job and stay out of it. I hope that was okay, Tiffany. I let everybody see that. Anyways, I figured that was okay if you decided to write that out. Anyways. All right, so I want to say thank you to everyone. I was trying to hold back a little bit. Now that I got a $40 super chat on the board, I feel like I hate to leave when I got something on the board like that. But what else is going on? We're just going to keep posted on this hurricane. We're going to keep posted on Florida. Hopefully this stuff kind of spins up north a little bit, kind of stays out in the ocean, and breaks up a little bit. These things can happen. I watch these living down here. We study these things. We watch them all the time. Predictions are called predictions for a reason. All you can do is predict it. So it can change its path. It can do different things. So we will see how this plays out, and cross our fingers that all of our friends with fish keeping farms and businesses, and I have friends just like Grant Eater. He's there. He's he's out of his home in his backyard, but he could lose a greenhouse and things like that. So we have a lot of us that are in this hobby. You probably have friends in the hobby in Florida. You probably have friends that are breeders or own farms in Florida, and so we'll see how this goes. I just pray that it just chills out, it breaks up. We got lucky here too. The Big Island, St. Thomas, got hit a little harder than us a couple days ago. It definitely took a couple of rooftops off. Just a category 1 though. Like for us, like after what we've been through, we're like, it's category 1, man. I had my window open the whole time live streaming. If you go to my Facebook page and you watch my live stream that I did on Facebook, I didn't want to mess with my analytics here. Plus, I wanted to be able to share with my family that were all trying to call me and contact me. And I wanted to share this information that I had with all my friends on island that did not have power, and I did. And all they had left was their cell phone. So when they're just sitting around with this in the dark, trying to entertain themselves and find news on Facebook, they were finding my live stream. And I had at one point I had 150 people, I think, congruently watching my live stream on Facebook, which I used OBS. I streamed on Facebook through Streamlabs OBS, just like I am now. And if you check it out, it was pretty cool. But I had my window open the whole time for that. So category 1 is whatever. I mean, there was some wind blowing, some tree branches, some trees were down, a couple of loose rooftops that were loosened up from Hurricane Irma and Maria came off, and so there was 110 mile an hour winds, I think, where some of we were getting a little bit of some gusts of 110, and that was peeling off some corrugated steel, and some people taking off tarps. A lot of people still have blue tarps on their roof from damage from Irma. They can't afford to repair, and a lot of those tarps got ripped off, so they now have to re-tarp their rooftops. Mad Tanks, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that, man. I look forward to seeing you in Aquashell. This could be fun. It could be real fun. I plan on filming more. Dallas, I kind of was just having fun with everybody, and I feel like I didn't feel like filming. It was a lot of saltwater stuff, and I think that discouraged me. And it was I felt like, okay, I filmed the freshwater stuff, and I was being pouty. That was me being a little pouty. It was I filmed all the freshwater stuff, and then I was like, there's nothing else to film. I don't know what to do. And you got to get more creative than that. You can't act like that. That was wrong of me. I had fun with a lot of my fish keeping friends though. That weekend. That part was awesome. But this time around in Aquashella, I want to make sure that I get out at least 3 solid pieces of content for you guys. I mean, there's only really realistically so much that you can make over a 2-day event, but I will be there will be a fish room tour of Lucas Brest's house. I'll probably have to make that a 2-part video because He has 400 tanks and like 4 or 5 fish rooms. So probably 2-part video piece series on Lucas Brett's fish room tour, and then we're gonna road trip. That's probably gonna be live. I don't need to film that. And then I'm gonna do like 2 pieces, and maybe a couple of special interviews if anybody's awesome, anybody's there that I really want to like really hustle on an interview with them. So like a handful of interviews maybe, but we'll see what's up. Anyways, I should go ahead and get out of here. I want to say thank you again for all the super chats. I want to say thank you again for that $40 super chat, and Mad Tanks for his super chats, and Caleb for his super chats. Chung, everybody, you guys are so awesome. I really do appreciate it. I just wish that I wish that I could save this Apistogramma behind me. You know, that's the bummer there. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. I look forward to hanging out with you guys on Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might have some other subjects to talk about, but besides anything else that I come up with to talk about, we'll definitely be touching base on this storm and updating about it and just getting an idea of where it's going. We'll definitely talk about the storm a little bit, and I want to talk about Florida, but I don't want to really get into that until we know a little bit closer where it's going to hit, because I'd be interesting just trying to see who in the path, people that we know, who's going to be in the path of that, or could be who literally in the path of that. But we can't determine that yet. We won't really know until Sunday afternoon or evening anyways, until it gets really much closer. Anyways, I should go ahead and get out of here. I really do need to get out of here, but it's hard to leave you guys. It's hard to leave you guys because I got all my fish keeping friends hanging out here, and then I go back to sitting on this rock being a fish keeper by myself. I don't have like the guy that owns a pet store in St. Thomas. I consider him a local fish nerd friend that actually on a regular basis we can talk about fish, and he hooks me up and gives me deals on stuff. We barter and trade for stuff, but that's the only one. A fish store owner is the only like local fishy companion that I have besides the fish in the ocean. Oh boy. Okay. You guys are all talking amongst yourself. I was trying to see what the last chats were. I should get out of here. I'm just totally out of it. It's been a bad day, and I'm getting close to midnight, and I can't believe I'm streaming live on YouTube at 11:30 at night. So I appreciate everyone. I appreciate all of your support. I look forward to grinding out some of this edit this weekend and getting some pieces out this week and show you guys this new fish tank rack, which you haven't seen yet, which is up now, and it looks good. I can't give it away. You guys will see it Monday morning. It'll be out. Is when it really should be out. So yeah, Jason, so hang out. No, one day it'd be fun to just goof around and do a panel thing. I also want to do some gaming stuff, would be fun, but I just won't do that on my channel. I've already hurt my channel enough analytically. I'm thinking about doing some gaming on Twitch. I have one game. I'm not a big gamer at all, but there's one thing that I was thinking if I was going to do it, there's one game I would play, but I can't even afford to buy it right now. I almost bought the game last night, and I turned around and I stopped because I know that I need that money right now. It was like $30 for the game. I'm like, no, I can't drop that on another day. But anyways, I was thinking if I do gaming, I do it over on Twitch just to keep the analytics separate. And you guys can hang out, and I can make new friends over there too. Some other people, maybe convert some people over here. I'm not worried about converting. It's like different communities. But if people want to follow me over there to Twitch and we goof around, I feel like that's where I'd like goof around for hours. And maybe pull some people up into a panel somehow, teleconference, and have some people that can talk with me and hang out with me while I'm playing the game. Or, like gamers do. I don't know. I've never done that stuff. I have all the gear to do it. But, I should be editing videos instead of playing video games. That's why I don't play video games. But anyways, it's been something that's seems like fun to do on the side, just to relax maybe. Anyways, all right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Like I keep saying, hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Have fun tomorrow. If you got the day off, it's your weekend. Enjoy it. Take care of your fish and all that good stuff. Hang out with your family if you got time for all that. If you're interested in the yellow King Kongs, check those out on the. I'm gonna put those live again on my getgills.com store. So I have the yellow King Kongs. I'm gonna put up my local the wild guppies, which I've been breeding in captivity for almost 2 years now. So I have that as well. I'm selling groups of those if people are interested in wild guppies. There's something special. It's kind of like that Endler thing, and everybody's thinks some people are really into it, like I am. So I have those, and then there's my Teespring stuff. All this stuff is just, I'm only bringing it up because I normally don't hawk all my stuff like this, but it's just because I'm trying to get this all together for Aquashella. It's like I don't want to do it, but I kind of have to do it because besides that, I'm just doing side jobs here to make it all work out. Anyways, but it is what it is. All right. So, all of you, have a good night. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go clean some tanks and feed some fish before all the lights go off. My lights go off in a half an hour. That's why I'm freaking out. All my timers shut down at turn off at midnight. Didn't we have Happy Father's Day as well? There we go. Happy Father's Day. Happy early Father's Day. Alrighty. Well, you guys have a good night. I'm going to leave. I need to get out of here. Thank you all again. Thank you for everyone for all the super chats. It means the world to me. And remember, guys, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.